record because Sage did want me to record this for, and I'm going to turn this down just a little bit. Okay. She wanted me to record it for the whole team. So there's going to be a few things that I will talk about at the beginning, and then since it is kind of for the team, and then we'll stop that, and then I'll just answer any questions that you got. Just do a little question and answer. And if you don't want to talk, you can always click the little chat button down at the bottom, and you can type out your message at any time you want to. Okay, so, and yes, I'm in my pajamas. I'm going to go to bed here pretty soon. That's so horrible. Okay, so really the thing that I wanted to come to you guys and talk about, in starting the 60-day, or excuse me, the Silver and 14 challenge with everybody, and not just this team, but across the board, today I've asked the leaders to, really talk to the people, kind of fill out, kind of what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and that type thing. And the overwhelming response was posting and cold messaging. And that was kind of the overwhelming, I'm not good at consistently posting, and I don't know what to say to people when I private message them. And so those were the two things that I really wanted to focus on early on in this meeting is, let's talk about posting. Now, we have so many trainings on how to post, what to post, compliant post, all of that. So that's really not what I'm going to talk about. What I'm going to talk about is the importance of posting consistently. I can remember leaving the coffee shop where Rebecca and I had coffee for the first time, and I went straight to my room at school, and I immediately signed up. And once I signed up, the first thing that I did was I started working on my first post. And y'all, I never looked back from that point. If my leaders told me to post 3 times a week, or excuse me, 3 times a day, I had that drive to do that. And, I didn't really let it get in the way. I knew that that's how everybody was ranking up. I knew that was how people were getting customers, were getting ambassadors, and ultimately I knew that was how the money was being made. So the importance of posting is not just to tell y'all to do it. The importance of posting is to get your business rolling. You have got to post, and you have got to be consistent if you are wanting to climb the ranks of this business. Can you do it without posting? Can you do it with inconsistent posting? Yes, but it's going to take you a lot longer. You got to think about it this way. The old days of network marketing was, let me pack up all my inventory, walk around from door to door and tell people. And the more people that I can walk around and tell people, the more people that are going to buy from me. We don't have to do that. What we have is, okay, here's Lindy. Lindy's got her big network, okay? Here's Dawn. Dawn's got her big network. Here's the person that I just signed up. They've got their big network. And those posts that we put out there, y'all, they reach that network. And that is the beautiful thing about what we have going. But here's the deal. Not every post that you put out there, people see. So you can't say, oh, I'm just going to post one time today, and then I'll post again tomorrow maybe, or the next week maybe. You've got to be consistent, because the algorithm of Facebook, it doesn't, you think, oh my gosh, I'm flooding Facebook because I'm putting 3 posts out there. But not everybody sees every one of those posts, and you've got to remember that. How to think before you started Plexus. How many Plexus posts did you see? Now that you may say, oh, I saw a ton, or you may say, well, you know what, I didn't really see hardly any. And that was the case for me, because I didn't follow, or I didn't have a lot of friends that did it. And you have to assume that that is how your network is, that people aren't seeing Plexus. And ultimately, you have to be the one that they see it from. And that needs to be your sense of urgency for wanting to post, and wanting to post every day. So again, I'm going to sum that up by saying, If you want to succeed in this business, if you want to, make money with this business, you've got to post. Okay. Now, here's part 2 of why you need to post. Part 2 is posting is going to slide you into cold messaging. What you need to do to get to reach more people, put your stuff out there, put your post out there, post your 3 times a day, and anybody that likes your post, send them a cold message and say, hey, I saw where you like my Plexus post. Would you like more information? Y'all, I would say a good 20 to 30 of those people in the first 4 or 5 months that I did that to were not even on my list of 100. They were not anywhere on my radar. And those were 20 extra people that I was able to cold message because they liked my Plexus post. So those two really, really run together. And it is going to be extremely difficult for you to, to prove your consistency, to prove that you love these products, to prove you're passionate about these products and that these products work if they're not looking at your wall and seeing, Plexus. Now, I'm not saying throw up Plexus. You've got to balance your Plexus post with your personal post, because ultimately these people are following you for you. They're not following you to see Plexus. But I've had so many people. I signed somebody up as a customer 2 days ago, and I just cold messaged her out of the blue. We're acquaintances, but we're not necessarily friends. I friended her, and anyway, I messaged her a cold message, and she responded back, yes, I just went and looked on your wall and was very impressed at what I saw. Now, what if I hadn't been posting? I would have cold messaged her. She would have gone and looked at my Facebook wall and seen nothing. No Plexus, anything. What credibility do I have to talk about Plexus if she's not seeing it, mixed in my wall? So in order to cold message and in order to be successful with your cold messaging, they've got to see how serious you are and how passionate you are about these products. So those 2 things really run hand in hand. Okay. Now the third thing that's going to come from all of that, let's say you post really, really well. Let's say you cold message really, really well. And, you've gotten the ball rolling with some people and they message the old dreaded question back. Yeah, I'd like more information. Can you give me more information? And then people just freeze. Y'all, that is where Sage and I come in. Do not ever hesitate to send Sage, to send myself, or heck, to make a message with both of us and say, hey, Brooke, hey, Sage, this is what I just got. I need you to help me respond. And shoot us the message that they send you, whether it's, give me more information or, whether they ask specific questions or what. And let us give you a reply. We will straight up send you a reply, and all you will have to do to that is copy and paste. Y'all, I've been with this company for 15 months, and it will take me no time to respond to a message because I've been researching. I've had these questions, and I can do that. And Sage can do that. She's just as knowledgeable as I am. So those are really the big 3 things that will get you going in no time with this business. Posting consistently, cold messaging people, whether it's when they like your post or just out of the blue, and then follow up with their question by reaching to your upline. That will get you started in no time. Those are the things that you can do on a day-to-day basis that will get the ball rolling on your business big time. I'm telling you. Train yourselves. Watch all the training videos that you can in your spare time. I certainly don't want to overwhelm you and have you, just doing Plexus 24/7. That is not how it should be done. This business is all about freedom. Freedom. I personally have experienced freedom from what I thought was the rest of my life of teaching school and, coming home, being tired, getting supper ready, putting the kids to bed, and ultimately having 3 to 4 hours with them. That I have freedom now. I have been able to use this job to quit my teaching job, and, I have the flexibility now. It is all about making your freedom, and you can't make your freedom if you are enslaving yourself with this business. So really focus on ways to work smarter, not harder. So, and buffer, as you all know, that will do it for you. Maybe block off an hour or two on Sundays and knock out all of your cold messaging. Let's say the week is slam packed for you. Then on Sundays at about, let's say 7 o'clock in the evening, buffer, 3 to 4 days worth of your posts. Cold message, I would say 5 people a day. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that's going to be 25 people. Cold message 25 people on a Sunday, and you don't have to cold message anybody the rest of the week. If you do that every single Sunday, then it starts, you kind of start allotting more time to free you up to answer those questions on, that people are messaging you. Yeah, give me more information. Yeah, I want to know more about this. I want to know more about that. That is actually how I do mine. My business is I do all of the planning and organizing stuff on Sunday evenings, and I'm freed up during the week to focus more on the needs right then, like the messages and, signing people up and things like that. So that was really all I kind of wanted to stress and emphasize to you, and really kind of, let you know the importance of those 3 things. And most of you already know that, I realize that, but just hearing that is how all of your leaders above you have done. No one that is an emerald or above has gotten here by posting once a day or, here and there and here and there. We've all been consistent posting. We've all done we've all cold message. We all reach out to people, and we essentially don't wait for them to come to us. We go get them. So that's really the name of the game. And of course, anything that I talk about in this Zoom, I will break it down. I will work one-on-one with you with if you need additional help with anything that I have discussed. So I'm really going to open it up now to you guys that are on here. If y'all have a question that you want to ask me, if you've got a topic you want me to help you with, something to show you in the back office, you name it, and I will help you out with it. So do y'all have anything y'all want me to go over with y'all? Like I said, you can either voice it or you can message it down there. Y'all good? I hope that didn't feel like preaching, because I was not preaching to y'all. I was just, I'm just very passionate about that part of it. So.
I think if I have a minute, the cold messaging, when you get crickets, I know with Sage that you messaged her, I don't even know how often, but just kept on and kept on and kept on. And eventually, she finally just, I guess gave in or whatever. But, when you said that she didn't say no, so that kind of kept the door open. What do you do about how often? I don't want to pester people, and I don't want them to, just be offended and unfriend me or something like that. But I know that specific people that have amazing potential, and that this is something that they need to use, if nothing else, just to use the products. How often do you cold message? What's the formula there?
Okay, I definitely firmly believe that you should not message anyone more than one time in a month. If they, obviously if you get a no from them, I would at least wait 4 or 5 months. If you feel that it's right to, maybe reapproach, or, hey, this reminded me, then you can go back to that person. But I'm talking about the people that do not respond to you, or say, maybe not right now. I would definitely recommend following back up the next month. And you can choose to either do it based on kind of how comfortable you are with the timeline. And you'll know kind of what feels right at the beginning of the month or at the end of the month. And I would maybe do this once or twice. And if you don't get a response again, then I would probably wait a good 4 or 5 months again. But when you originally message and you don't get a response, then I would maybe follow back up the next month, like I said, either at the beginning or the end, whatever feels right, and just say, hey, this is a new month or about to be a new month. Have you thought any more about Plexus? Can I give you more information? And then after that, if they don't respond, like I said, I would just give it some time, but I would not contact them more than once a month. And, when that happens to you, when you have that second contact, then your next contact probably needs to be when the company puts out a special, and say, hey, just wanted to let you know this special's going on. Or when we do an online event, and we do those pretty frequently, probably once every about, 3 months or so. I would message them and say, hey, my team is doing an online event, totally informal, just a way to get more information about the products. Let me kind of read you. This might help you out a little bit. This is my pattern on Sage. I have all of her stuff right here. I know, right? She's going to be like, I hate you. Okay, so on July 23rd of 2015, so that was my first message to her a year ago. Just said, hey, don't know if you've seen my Plexus post. I have a friend, teammate that reminds me of you every time I see her. A video she makes, you would be perfect. You would love these products and would be perfect for this business. Just like her, you would do amazing with your background. And then I sent her her story. It was Rachel Rogers. Sent her all of her stuff. Even I did a screenshot of her Rachel Rogers' Facebook profile, because I knew that if I could get her looking at Rachel Rogers' stuff, then it would kind of be it would relate a little bit. And then I sent her a little bit on Boost for athletes. Okay, so did not message her again until 8/23. Must have had her on my calendar or something, because that was exactly a month later. Hey girl, we're having a Facebook event tomorrow night. You can join the event or read the Facebook wall when you have time. So that was when we had an event. That was a month later. 9/1. So this is a little bit after that. So I'm kind of going against my advice right now. Could you use this amount to help with your business? It's only taken me 4 months to make this. Sorry I've messaged you so much. I just see huge potential in you. And I did a screenshot of my my earnings for that month. 10/24, a month later, I did a special. That was back before compliance, back when we could do a special. So I did a screenshot and said, hey, I'm running a special. And then the next one was not until January the 19th. I'd kind of given her a break and said, look, okay, she's not going to respond back to me, so I'm done. Around the new year, I was like, all right, I'm about to message everybody I know. So, but this was a little bit different. What I did on here, some of the higher ups were kind of doing this. So I said, hey girl, I was just brainstorming on how I could cast my Plexus net a little wider. You have a huge social network. Would you mind if I do one post on your wall? One Plexus post on your wall. It's totally fine if you say no. You won't hurt my feelings. I just wanted to reach a new market. And really I did that not necessarily to reach out to her market, but it was more so to let her see that people, that it's not that difficult to reach people by posting, which is what we did. And she finally responded and said, hey, that's fine. So I was like, yes, I finally got a response from her. Anyway, make a long story short, that kind of started the dialogue here and there, and she finally signed up, or finally bought products in June, and then signed up. So I know that was kind of a long way around your question, but that was just an example of what I did. And I kept on with her because I really believed in her. And you'll have people like that along the way that you really in the back of your mind believe and know that either these products can change their life or this business can change their life. And unless they tell you straight up no, you've got to know in the back of your mind that they're thinking about it.
Okay,
Just like Sage
awesome.
was. So.
Thanks.
All right. Do you have anything else? It's just me and you now.
No, I'm good.
All righty. Well, good. Well, thank you for coming, and Lindy and all you guys. And I hope you I hope this kind of helped a little bit. We'll be trying to do this once a month. Once a week if Sage feels like y'all need anything. And if you ever can't make it, then like I'm doing now, it will definitely be recorded. So, all right. Well, we'll talk to you later. Thanks for coming.
Mm-hmm.
Bye.